Hi everyone, if I look tired, it's because I'm fucking shattered. So, welcome to the channel. My name's Claire. This channel is about empowering your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. Um, I'm mixing up twin flame therapy with the divine detox. We're in the week that's about all the feels, and let me tell you, like I said on the other video, I think I'm in for a week of deep emotions because not only, I'm a collective divine feminine channel, and so, like I said, I feel the energy of divine feminine and divine masculine very strongly, but I feel the world collective energy, and that's why I take more of a rest around the moon in Libra and the start the Scorpio moon, um, and because it's like I explained with the spiritual week, the mental, and now we're on the emotion. I feel like they've intensified these things for me each week, and now I do feel really like in my field, and it's too intense. Like it's almost like I'm struggling to film these videos. I've just tried to fit, and I never do that. I don't stop and start, but so I'm going to try and film these two, and I was going to do an extra one for Libra Moon that you could have watched tonight, but um, love. Right, they're telling me just to do a wee quick one, so I'm going to do a wee quick one, and I'm going to do two for two. I think they're all just going to be quick because I just have to. Otherwise, I'm just going to give up doing these. So, love, romantic, intimate, passionate, and committed. Um, where is the so there's something about love here, right? And Libra Moon is about love. So what have we got for the feminine? Receptive, open, accepting, and welcoming, right? So the feminine is open, receptive, welcoming. And can I just share a little bit? That is so not the one that I filmed that I feel I put in the membership, and then the ones that I tried to film, it was coming up that the masculine's panicky, but it's because they've hid their feelings and they like you and love call and things like good things. But there's also, I feel there's other things coming to light too. And then the feminine had things about it was disappointed and sad. So there's other shit going on, but I think they want me to channel about the love stuff. So where's the masculine? Because it's just I feel it's just too heavy to put. It's like when I'm tired like this, I can't be arsed. And I've said it in another video, but in case I don't put that one out, if you feel guided to have a like detox from social media, so for me it would be here for at least 24 hours, if not 48 hours, do it. Because I've already seen signs and synchronicities about like titles that, would just upset you if it even plants a seed, so just, yeah, wow, this is the one that's going out, look, exhausted, fatigued, drained, and spent. So yeah, I can't even tell you whether I was asking about the feminine and masculine. I think it was the masculine, but I think it's both. Fatigued, drained, and spent. This masculine is exhausted, and I feel the feminine's feeling powerless, paralyzed, ineffective, and weak. Okay, so but it's to do something to do with love. So again, let's give us some more feelings cards. Worried, well, yeah, concerned, troubled, and uneasy. So definitely take care if you're not well or there's somebody not well around you. I feel, this Mars and Cancer, depending on where it's hitting your chart, yeah, that'll definitely be slowing people down. I've already recognised that today with others around me, online and offline. So yeah, just take extra care. Um, let's use some of these cards. So some debt laws as and dead. Right. Um, where where's the feminine at? Time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. But you see, I feel that's about like I'm tweaking it to be like the feminine being like it because of just this is just so long, this is just taking so long. It feels like they're never coming kind of vibes. That's masculine. Again, they're using how exhausted and tired I am add dramatic effect, but the masculine, because I mean it can feel that. I mean, absolutely, it's fair enough to feel like that, but masculine, do something nice for yourself. Shadow side, you made me realise my flaws. But that's what I mean. I feel like while someone's panicking and someone's worried, I feel there are changes taking place. Like someone's going through an ego death. Our love is always there despite the distance, inseparable. So that might be the thumbnail. So again, because I don't want to risk ending this, basically just sacking it. Like, because look, right, right, basically it depends where certain transits are hitting your chart, right? But I'm going to explain this so that you can understand how real astrology is. Today, right, I felt this wave of like just being fucking exhausted. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what Libra moon? Like, I know that the certain bits of Libra moon, like absolutely, right? That card's gonna be me exhausted. It's in my 12th house. I just need to, even if it's just for those 2 days, or even just the one day that is really, but just really 2 days where possible. So that's why it's quite good that it's tomorrow, Friday, but it's on Saturday, so I don't do work on Saturdays anyway. Well, mostly don't. Um, but I made a special effort that right, I'm taking Friday off, right? So that's why I'm doing these tonight. Um, because I know I'll just be more tired and more sensitive. I mean, I think I'm gonna be fucking crying all day tomorrow. I'm not even kidding. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting because we're doing the week about emotions. I'm basically holding sorry, that's ex I've actually said this in another video, but that is exactly what it is. This is reminding me when I had that I was gifted this womb activation. Not bad. No, here's a present by God, basically. And like I've said before, like that is how I can hold people's trauma, because there's not really too many people in the world that actually do that. And anyway, long story short, I was in my bed like I'd had a hysterectomy or something for a whole week in agony. And that wasn't something that a doctor could explain because it was spiritual, but it was like literally physically affected. Like I couldn't walk. Um, and the point is cancer's trauma as well. And I can tell because I've signed up to do this. And again, this is more than just like I've said, this is more than just week one spiritual, week two mental, week three emotions, week three manifestation. Like I'm holding a group healing, right? So it's like I know that silently, telepathically, some people, you're even if you're not watching every video, you're like you're making every oh yeah, I'm going to declutter, I'm going to do this. I just know that's how it works, right? And because even if nobody was doing it, my intention is to hold the space. But because I'm holding the space, it's like that week. My point is that week that happened to me, and wasn't a coincidence. I was actually going to be doing something with other shamans about the lower world, divine feminine, which is about the womb, and it was affecting that area. So, and it was because, now get your head around this. It was because before a week before, because I never used to remember when we were meeting up or anything, but it was like basically I'd volunteered to hold space for everybody's trauma before I'd even got there. Do you know what I mean? Because it makes sense with me having Pluto retrograde 0 degrees in the 12th house, like the collective, like I can hold that pain. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to be in pain while I'm holding it. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to put this one out. Some people are going to get what I'm talking about, some people aren't. But what I'm saying is, if anybody books one of them sessions for your feelings, you might not be getting that for a week or so because I think I'm going to be like really in my feelings. Like, and the thing is, because there's loads of reasons, but because we're building up to the full moon eclipse in Pisces, that is one of my least favourite full moons because it's just so intense, so emotional, and it's right before the equinox. Anyway, it's going to be intense, but you know what? What's going to be good is the week about manifestation. You could see some major clearance. So you mean that I'm focused on my health, so I'll just be happy if there's a shift with my health, basically. But I've already seen the physical manifestation of the office being tidier, although that could quickly get cluttered up as I'm looking around here. But anyway, when I hiccup or burp, that's when I'm clearing energy. So what does the feminine want to say? But yeah, that's really intense. That's what's happening. This is not just my own. Like I'm feeling like everybody's emotions right now, and it's a bit too much. Um, See if one of these cards says, "We're birthing the new earth. It's not easy, but we knew we could handle it." I'll laugh. It's not that, but it is the other one that hits me in the feels. I've not got the energy to sing it. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. Frozen. I'm so, oh, look at this. And again, this is what I keep saying. I know it's repetitive, but it's true. And some of you'll know it because it'll be you. I'm channeling people in a dark night of the soul. I'm so proud of you. Dark night of the soul is rough. Have patience with yourself. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's more than, it's fucking fed up energy. That's what I'm feeling. I pray for you every day. Oh, I like that. And for one, I don't mind, I've got messy writing, but that writing's quite, that one's all right. Um, oh lordy, right, let's see what comes out of these cards. Vulnerability is hot as fuck, so somebody needs to hear that and drop the fucking ego. But ego death. So God, harsh words. It's not bad words, it's the words on the card. What does this masculine want to say? I love you unconditionally. So this is definitely somebody's waking up to, well, not necessarily waking up, because a masculine can feel like that. That can be why some people stay away, because they feel like you deserve more or better. But it depends. I wouldn't even use that wording for some masculines, because some masculines, if you did actually move on and be with somebody else, um, like, well, some wouldn't let it, not in a toxic way, but some would do something about it, or it would devastate them. You know what I mean? It depends. Forgiveness. Allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. I know that I crossed the line with you, and I couldn't let you get close to me. Oh yeah, that is kind of what was picking up on there. It was like somebody felt like they were protecting you from their shadow side. That's very Black Moon Lilith conjunct the South Node today. Um, right. You know what? Because I'm in this very emotional feels, and I can't be. I was going to read these cards, but I'll just stick. This is the one for tonight, and I'm going to read these ones for Scorpio Moon, and they're about friends and family, put it that way. So what have we got? Let's keep this one light and fluffy for Libra Moon. What have we got for the feminine's inner child? All the feminines out there, whether you be male or female, and if you want an extra one, there'll be one on the membership, and that will be going in public soon. So anyone in the membership, just comment. Just don't comment anything that you wouldn't want seen in public, or anything that I wouldn't want seen, or use your common sense. Or feminine. So we've got speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. 33. So 33 is Jesus forgiveness energy. We did just have that one about forgiveness. So speak to yourself with kindness. The stories we tell ourselves can create the patterns by which we live. In our daily lives, the words that we choose to speak to ourselves can deeply influence how we think and act. We're often unaware of just how critical our self-talk can be, and how often we engage in it. If you've pulled this card, then it may be time to review your self-talk. If you're currently in a place of negative self-talk, this practice will focus on becoming aware of the negative self-talk as it occurs. During this exercise, ask yourself, am I speaking to myself with love right now? When you're reviewing your self-talk, it can be helpful to use an object such as a piece of jewellery, a physical reminder to speak to yourself kindly. An object of high value can be even more beneficial, particularly if your negative self-talk focuses on the idea of lack of personal worth. So that's been around strongly lately. If you can, choose an item of value and importance for this exercise. You're worth it. Right, so here's the exercise. Once you have your object, practice becoming more aware of your self-talk. At the beginning of the day, set an intention to be aware of how you speak to yourself. Throughout your day, as soon as you notice a negative thought, touch your object and remember that you're worthy and positive of hopeful self-talk, because you are. And remember, if you're new around here, because I'm a hypnotherapist, and I've got a very penetrative energy with that Pluto and Scorpio in the 12th house at the 0 degrees. And I do NLP and stuff. Like I've got a very powerful energy. Somebody actually said it last week to, you know what I mean? It's like like somebody that knows astrology was like, you've got a powerful presence. And I have with that, and I know it, and I use it well with my work. And that's why the rest of the time when I'm not working, I really just like to keep myself to myself, or be quite quiet with the people that I love. You know what I mean? I'm not, I know I'm like, oh, give it the big one when I'm on here, but that's because it's my work. So, hard to explain. So giving it the big, and it is that though. Leo midheaven, it is. It's like, anyway, once you have your, at the beginning of the day, set right. Once you have your object, practice becoming more aware of your self-talk. At the beginning of the day, set an intention to be aware of how you speak to yourself. Throughout the day, as soon as you notice a negative thought, touch your object and remember that you are worthy, oh yeah, of positive, hopeful self-talk. Whatever negative thoughts you had, speak the opposite to yourself or out loud. Practice this as many times as you can throughout the day. If you feel that you need an extra dose of positive self-talk, think about 3 to 5 uplifting, affirming things you like about yourself. Write them down and in a place, and then place them somewhere you can easily see them. Say them to yourself aloud, and every time you see the note. And that's like what I said the other day. I think I wrote it in the community tab. I did, yeah. That I bought magnets when I was in New York. Like, oh my God, like I think I went when I was like 21 or something. And my sister was laughing because we went to the shop. Oh no, wait a minute. I went when I was 21 with my family, and then I went back with my sister. Oh my God, I don't know what age I was, 27 or something. But um but anyway, I got all these quote magnets and she was laughing at me because like I spent a fortune in the shop like buying quotes all over journals and magnets. But anyway, it was money well spent because I've had them on every fridge I've ever of all the flats that I've been in. And I've moved a lot. And then I've got these things on the wall, and I love, I've got quote pictures everywhere and that. But there's method behind the madness because I read these every day, right? And I'm looking at one now, risk more than others think is safe, care more than others think is wise, dream more than others think is practical, achieve more than others think is possible. I usually can't read that from here. That's quite good for my eyesight. But I mean, I've got my contacts in, but even with my contacts, I can't read it. So, you can now see clearly something that you couldn't see before, or you couldn't see it as clearly, because I could never normally read that all like that, because it's like it's got big bold letters and then the wee bits are tiny. That's what that means. Um, but yeah, it adds up because like look, here I am sitting here on YouTube doing this, helping people, and I always knew that I was meant to be doing this. And let's face it, it's not your average sort of thing that because like I said, even when you do it, a lot of people give up, and I can fucking see why. Because it's like when you know what I mean. It's hard to describe, but like I think it's just because my soul's new with that Joan of Arc energy, Wonder Woman, that I'm here. I'm just here to come to help people through the end times, and I'm going to be doing it no matter how many people are listening, kind of thing. But it's kind of like, yeah, the more I've sort of like I definitely think I've been shadow banned just now because it's just that I can feel the energy of it. But anyway, it's probably to do with, like I said, where the things are in my chart too. So take a break. Basically, when you're feeling fed up, take a break. But it's like there's something here about the point is most of the time, like I basically like this brings me a lot of joy and I love it and stuff and I can keep going. But it's like it's because there's things in my fridge like, find your purpose and fling everything you've got at it and stuff like that. Like I've read this shit like for over like 10, 15 years every day. So it gets drums into your head. But imagine you've been telling yourself that horrible stuff all that time. You know what I mean? So there's method behind the madness. If you feel that you need an extra dose of, and if you have been doing that, book a session and we can clear that negative energy. And that's how amazing hypnotherapy is. Like, I never make any promises, but like people can shift like huge, huge traumas from like one session, which is quite a big statement, but it's true. But usually it just depends, it's better to do it in stages, but it's just whatever your soul can handle. Some people can clear a lot in the one session. So if you feel you need an extra dose of positive self-talk, think about 3 to 5 uplifting, affirming things you like about yourself, write them down and place them somewhere you can easily see them. Say it yourself or aloud every time you say, no, I read that twice, you must have needed to hear it twice. How do you feel when you speak to yourself with loving kindness? How does your inner child feel when they hear these words? Try writing down how you feel at the beginning of the week and at the end of the week. Do you notice a difference after completing this practice? Right. We'll go straight on to shuffling for the masculine because as you can see, I'm fucking shattered. Um, and the thing is, it's like, I'm not being funny, but I'm judging myself out. I'm like, why am I so fucking tired? Because like I couldn't sleep last night. So because I couldn't sleep, I ignored my alarm and I went and then I slept late. And then I got up and I've been really kind to myself. I filmed a couple of videos. I had a nice bath. My mum asked me if I wanted to go for my tea, and I went for my tea last week, but I hadn't actually been for like over a month or something. You know what I mean? I saw my mum like every other day, usually every day, but every other day. But I hadn't, you know what I mean? But it's quite nice. Like it was nice. It's always nice to get, somebody making your tea. Um, so that's very Mars and Cancer actually. But um, and like I say, I really needed that day because I just feel I'm just really in the divine feminine energy, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's like just if you're again, they're getting me to say this because this is going to happen to some of you. You'll know what I mean. It's like if you're going along with these videos, like you might be like really emotional this week. That's basically what I'm saying. Right. So where's talking of that? Where's the masculine? Accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. So I feel that's to do with the Dark Knight Soul. I feel like I want to look at the bottom of the deck. Flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. So maybe you're needing to move your body. Oh yeah, there you go. I missed that out. And I did have a long walk along the beach in the rain, and that was really that felt very Scorpio. And again, I've noticed I keep saying Scorpio because the Mars in Cancer is in my 8th house. So that's like why. I mean, I'm always very Scorpio Plutonian, and then we're about to go into a Scorpio moon Saturday, Sunday, with the next videos I'm going to film right after this. But it's like, that's very much like going through a phoenix rising moment, rebirth. If you've got that too, because I know a lot of you are Scorpio rising. Um, but yeah, wherever it is in your chart, but like that's, for mine, it's like with all the other things going on, that's making me quite tired. Anyway, accept what is. So, right. Accept what is. Acceptance of what is without the veil of judgment, which, by the way, is very in line with the Libra moon right now, can help us find peace in the uncertainties in this life. If you've pulled this card, it might be time to practice acceptance regarding a certain aspect of your life. Oh, itchy nose, law of the spirit. Either for your inner child or for something that is occurring in your present moments. For both, the practice of acceptance will be the same. Try to observe. Okay, this is an acceptance exercise. So I don't know whether you need to close your eyes or not, but I better not because I'll fall asleep. Anyway. So try to observe a painful or undesired aspect of your life without judgment. Non-judgment is the practice of suspending all beliefs and criticisms about how you or others should act, behave, or exist in the world. If judgmental thoughts or words encroach on your practice, allow them to gently fade away as you hold on to a mindset of non-judgment. Once you reach a place of acceptance regarding what is or what has happened, practice sending love to yourself in this space, even if it feels a little forced. Tell yourself and your inner child that you love yourself where you are and as you are. Tell yourself that nothing has to change for you to be worthy of your love for yourself. That's really deep. That's really fitting with the facilitators Mars and Cancer in the 8th house, actually. Is there anything that you believe you or another deserve judgment for? If so, how might this belief be hindering you at this moment? Wow, that's powerful because you see, that could be some of the masculines that are telling themselves, I don't feel good enough for this. Like, I don't feel good enough for this connection, or I can't forgive myself for how I've treated them when I've been in my shadow, and the shadow. Kali, destruction. Yeah, I've caused so much destruction and pain and self-sabotage in my own life and in their life. I don't feel, yeah, I don't feel worthy. That's what I'm feeling. There's a card about, remember unworthiness there's a card about that came in the other day. Or it could be to do with like past relationships, but I feel it's like, this took a dark turn. Loss, yeah. This is definitely, I'm going to get the emotion card. This is definitely a masculine that feels like, look, persuasion. Oh, look, I think, right, I'm going to end this video here, but I think we're moving into the Scorpio moon. So spoiler alert, you'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out what that's going to be. But I'm going to read one that's about toxic friendship. So I feel that this is a masculine that was persuaded away, and as a result, they're in some kind of pain about what they've lost. But this could just be somebody self-sabotaging, but I just want to, yeah, look, oh my God, I actually was nearly going to. I, s- I'm so tired. I saw it in my head and I didn't say it. But it did come out in one of the other ones. So anyway, forgiveness. I'm struggling to get over the past. Yeah, this is basically a masculine that is struggling to forgive themselves. And I thought that too, and I never said it. But again, I'm sure you believe me because I do it with time. It's like I felt a real Jesus energy around. Look, I don't want to chase anymore, but I feel it's more this masculine wants to come in. Like this masculine wants to move towards the feminine. Look, I let my pride get in the way of her connection, ego, and I feel that persuasion card was this is somebody that let people around them pull them away from this. Yeah, look, that's always my card about a guy awakening. Look, fucking hell. He's like, look, I'm in love. Fuck. So, but I've fucking treated the wrong one like shit. Startled, astonished, and shocked. Yeah, but in all seriousness, that is, and I think this is tying into some of the. Oh my God, guilty. I think this is tying into some of the ones I've done like 6 months ago and shit like that. Blameworthy, responsible, at fault. Oh my God. And you know what's even weirder? When I was at my mum and dad's, they're looking after a dog just now. It's like this massive dog, but it's this beautiful, gentle dog, but she's massive. And I was like, she's got the kind of face, like I can't remember what those dogs are called, but she just looks miserable. Even like she's probably like really fucking happy, but she's like, I can't remember what they're called, but if you know what they're called, they've got massive heads. Um, but that's quite funny. I was commenting on the dog, and yeah, this person is blaming themselves and they feel really guilty. Um, for fuck's sake, we can't leave it on that note. Let's get a Mary Magdalene card. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's get it. Look, if Mary Magdalene and Jesus could work through the deep shit, I'm sure that the twin flames that are in these scenarios can. I'm just going to reach and get this Jesus card that says, nothing shall be impossible unto you. Matthew 17:20. And the Mary Magdalene card is, because remember, Libra Moon is love, peace, and partnership. Love, peace, and harmony, partnership. Oh wow. We know we love it when I get the two of them on it because I always say I think there's 3 or 4 cards where they're on it, but there's a lot of cards. So the anointing, transformation. Yeah, this is to all the twin flames that resonate with this, you're going through a huge transformation that's of forgiveness that is going to bring you together. Um and write your story. And you never know, for some people watching this, it might yeah, it might be something that you end up writing your story about, or telling your story of how you overcame these feelings of feeling unworthy, or like, I mean, I already do that because I share all the time about in my own dark night of soul. I dealt with feelings like that because I feel everybody does. Um, but I feel it's about how you forgive each other on the journey. Anyway, that's really beautiful. So I'm going to leave this here. So this is just a wee extra one that is bloody 30 minutes as well. God. Anyway, but you're welcome. And yeah, if you want to take advantage of, like I said, I've explained in another video, but I've got a donation link below. So yeah, you can pick what suits your price schedule. So um yeah, and like I said, so there's still, I've like put it, you can see for yourself, so you can just use your common sense, but it's, yeah, only you know where you're at. And like I said, talking of judgment, we're in Libra Moon. If you have to pick the lowest one, that's absolutely fine. That is still money, right? And that's still like, it's still money. It's still a lot of money for me to receive. I'm sure it's a lot of money for you to give out. If you happen to pick the other 2 ones, brilliant as well. It's about, whenever I've been um offered these options before of a sliding scale. It's all about trust and it's about karma with money. And it's about, think about it as that card saying guilty. It's like, I feel if you know that you are in a better financial position and you just do it like, well, I'm just going to pick the cheapest one, but you know that actually, in the grand scale of things, you can afford more, then that's, it's judge that it's God that will judge us. But it's kind of like, what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. So it's a trust thing. But yeah, set like, I mean, I genuinely wouldn't put that offer there if I didn't like, I feel, what I mean? I feel happy about doing that if it's going to give people, a bit of an encouragement to allow people to listen to you. So anyway, we'll see. I'll be proud of people if there's at least a couple of people that book, but again, don't feel you have to either, right? There's going to be no judgment around that. I just felt called to do it, so and I'll take it off a week today. So yeah, uh don't not take advantage of that if you feel like you want to just even if you've never had the session before, you want to have that that one-to-one time with me. And like I said, so I'll base it around, I'll just come to the session open and sharing where you're at, and I feel they're going to be quite emotional. And like I said, I don't know. I don't know that I don't think it's likely that I'm going to be able to get these sessions done while we're doing this week about the emotions, right? But big wows, you know what I mean? So it could be that your session gets scheduled like, next week or something, or like the week after, but whatever. You can be the judge of that, but I'm going to stop blethering and go. So please like, comment, subscribe if you like this, and I'm going to do the ones for Scorpio Moon, and my God, that's going to be intense. So yeah, see you later. Look after yourself.